What's going on, guys? My name's Josh, and I'm back today for another Scream 5 news update. Before we get started, if you could please like this video and subscribe to the station. So today I'm going to be talking about, there's been a lot of interviews lately with some of the Scream 5 stars, so I just kind of want to go over a couple of the things, nothing really too major. But first we'll talk about Kyle Garner. And he said that this film is going to capture the magic of the original film. And a quote from him is, "What I found really cool about the script is there's a lot of that kind of magic that the first one had, which is really cool. I think that people who love the original are going to really dig this." So, what I take about from that is, if you look at the original one, part of, I feel like, why that script was so good, it was a good plot line. There's a lot of backstory with the characters, and it was all unraveling this mystery, all surrounding, Sydney's mother's, Maureen Prescott's death, and why was she died, and just kind of that backstory. So I'm thinking just him saying that is, there's going to be the same backstory with these new characters. There's definitely going to be different layers, and there's going to be mysteries to, solve. So I'm definitely really excited to, to get to know all these new characters and to kind of see, what scandal is hiding behind, some of these characters. Definitely sounds like the scandal or the, backstory is going to be between, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. There's those two characters. We know Melissa Barrera's character, she leaves town and is coming back, and there's friction between the two. I'm just curious on why did she leave. There has to be some kind of reason why she left, and I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. But I think that whatever that is I think going to capture that same energy that the first one had. So I'm super excited. Now, also, Neve Campbell, she has been doing a ton of interviews lately, mainly because her new movie Clouds is coming out on Friday on Disney+. And with Neve Campbell, she's a pro at doing interviews, so she doesn't really give too much away. What she gives away is all stuff she has said before. She's excited to work with Courtney Cox and David Arquette. And she's excited to work with the new directors, the new cast, and she was apprehensive about coming back, but, because, the directors wrote her that letter, and, they just showed a love for the film, and they said they wouldn't be directors if it wasn't for the Scream films, and their love for Wes Craven, that's what ultimately, made her come back, because these new movies are going to honor Wes Craven's legacy with the Scream movies, which ultimately I love to hear. I'm hoping her deciding to come back for Wes's legacy is there's some kind of clause in her contract that Sydney lives. That's what I'm hoping for, but whether she does or not, that's kind of remains to be seen. But a couple of different things she did mention it in an interview that I thought was interesting. One, she said she's going to start filming in 2 weeks. So we kind of have a timeline now. She's going to be on set in a couple weeks. And then she also mentioned that she's going to bring her kids with her. So I know the movie has been filming for now about a month. It'll be a month in 2 weeks, or maybe even a little over a month. So the fact that she's filming so late, and Courtney Cox, same thing. She hasn't been spotted filming as well. So the fact that they're filming so late, it makes me think that they're not going to be a really big part of this movie. Which I don't know what that means. And that I definitely still don't believe that they're going to be the open kill. I really don't believe that. But I'm like, are they just going to kind of come in at the last act of the movie? Or will they just be able to shoot these scenes really fast? From what I heard, I thought the movie's supposed to be done filming sometime November. So definitely they're not as filming as much. And then the fact that Neve Campbell's bringing her kids with her, that tells me two things. One, she's bringing with them, I'm only going to be filming for a couple weeks. You guys can come with me. It's not going to be long. Or I'm filming for a whole month and, I'd rather have you guys here. I'm bringing you with me. So I don't really know what that means. It could be one or the other, but I don't know. I just have a feeling they're not filming long, which makes me, if they're not filming long, then they're not going to be a huge part of the movie, which I don't know. We'll kind of see how they all play as far as into the movie. But we do know from other set photos that, Marley Shelton as Deputy Judy Hicks, she's currently filming already. She was spotted doing some driving scenes. And, one thing we noticed, she was in the police car. So we know she still works for the Woodsboro Police Department. So that kind of tells us where her character's at. And then we also know that, David Arquette is, he's definitely back at filming as well, because he's been spotted hanging out with the cast of Scream 5 on their off time. I know there was a couple Instagrams where he's doing a painting class for them. Then we have this picture where, he's hanging out with some of the cast members and maybe a potential new cast member that hasn't been announced. But we're definitely starting to learn more and more. I'm just more excited. I can't wait for Neve and Courtney to get on set, and I'm hoping we get some kind of set picture with all three of the originals together. I would love that. But yeah, so nothing really too major as of yet, but, especially with them filming so much, it's like we get more and more, little updates here and there. So definitely excited. What are your thoughts, though, on all these interviews? Have you been catching Neve Campbell's interviews? And please leave your comments below. Thank you so much for watching.